Today we're going to talk about ARV, or your after repair value, and how to calculate it. What's going on, guys? I'm Ryan from Boselli Brothers Real Estate. Today we are going to be talking about your ARV, or your after repair value. Why is ARV important? ARV allows you to confidently underwrite deals to know how much your property will be worth after you rehab it. This will allow you to know what you can purchase a property for, how much you can rehab it for, and what profit you can expect to see on the back end, whether you sell or you refinance it. Confidently knowing your ARV will allow you to squeeze every penny out of your refinance through an appraisal challenge, which we will get into in another video. Knowing ARVs in your target zip codes will allow you to realize market trends while they're happening in real time. Now that we know why ARV is important, let's get into how to calculate it. I'm going to describe to you guys how to determine a property's ARV and how to accurately calculate it so you can confidently underwrite properties and invest in real estate. With that being said, here are the 8 factors that affect a property's ARV. Number 1, and obviously the most important when buying real estate, is location, location, location. Properties in one area in a city are going to be drastically different than that in another city. Even if they have the same bed, bath, square feet, they're an identical house, just one street over can make a huge difference in a property's value. Factors such as quality of the local schools, access to public transportation, proximity to shopping centers and other amenities that people like in that area. All of these can affect the property's value. Number 2 is comparable sales. This feeds off of location because your comparable sales you're going to be looking at are within a 1-mile radius of your subject property. You're going to be looking at properties that have the same bed, bath, and square foot and that have been sold as recent as the last 3 months, but anywhere up to a year is acceptable for a comparable property. Next, number 3 is the size of that property. The square footage specifically, even more specific, is the livable square footage of that property. When your property gets appraised, the appraiser will go through and they will look at different areas of your property and deem them as livable or non-livable. The livable square footage is what directly affects your ARV and what is calculated at your price per square foot when they calculate your ARV. Next, number 4 is the age and condition. When you're pulling your comparable properties, you want to make sure that you're looking at properties that were built within a reasonable time frame, say about 10 years as your property was built. If your property was built in 1970, you should expect to look at houses that are between 1960 and 1980. Don't try to look at a same bed, bath, square footage property as yours, but that was just built in 2021. Is going to be more valuable than yours. Now, playing off that one as well, number 5 is your upgrades and renovation. This plays into what the condition of your property is going to be and what kind of amenities you have added, whether that is tile showers, granite countertops, brand new LVP flooring. All of these things are going to play into how much your property is worth. Next, number 6 is the layout of your property. If you have an unfavorable layout as opposed to an open concept, your property could be considered worth less to a buyer. Remember, guys, your property worth is based on the comparables in the area, but mostly it's based on what someone is willing to pay for that property in that market. Keep that in mind. Next, number 7 is your curb appeal. You could freshly renovate a property, brand new flooring, brand new paint, brand new counters, showers, everything. If the outside doesn't look good, the appraiser is going to take one look at that and immediately have a bad taste in his mouth, regardless of what he sees on the inside. Quick tip for you guys: if you guys are selling a property or getting one appraised, definitely do the $500 to $1,000 worth of landscaping to make sure the outside matches the inside that you've worked so much and spent so much money on. A quick flower bed, bush trimming, and trimming the overhanging tree limbs in the area can drastically increase a property's value in the eyes of an appraiser or a prospective buyer. And finally, number 8 is neighborhood trend. More specifically, if the government is placing money to revitalize, rejuvenate, or gentrify a specific area, that will no doubt increase property values in that area because now people are going to be able to enjoy those amenities that the government is adding that will increase your property value. Now, you should never count on appreciation or count on the government to do or even finish the work that they begin. But if you're buying correctly and buying for cash flow, appreciation generated from this gentrification can be a nice cherry on top to make a good investment, a great one. One thing we do here at Boselli Brothers Real Estate is value add opportunities. Specifically, we like to add bedrooms and bathrooms whenever we can. One of our Indianapolis properties, we had a great opportunity to add a full bathroom and a full bedroom into a property that we bought for way under market value because it was so distressed. We ran the comparables knowing that we would be adding a bedroom and a bathroom to get a true accurate ARV once the rehab had been completed. Doing this, it allows us to confidently purchase the deal and fund the rehab, knowing that we'd be able to collect all of our capital back on the back end in our refinance. That property to this day cash flows heavily and is one of our best performing assets. Now, you will definitely hear people saying, well, if you want to add a bedroom or a bathroom, it's going to cost you $10,000, $20,000, and you're only going to really realize that it's not going to make you any money. You're pretty much just going to wash even. I would say, yes, that can be true, but that can also be not true. You need to specifically analyze the market that you're in and know how much it's going to cost to add a bathroom and how much money you can expect to see increase your ARV for adding that bathroom. Don't just take someone's word for it. Do the research yourself and truly see if that juice is worth the squeeze. Now that you can successfully calculate a property's ARV, it's up to you to now get started and start underwriting deals. If you guys have any stories about how you have successfully added value to a property by adding bed, bath, square foot, a garage, anything, please toss it in the comments. We'd love to hear the success stories. Love to hear from you. That's going to do it for this video. Again, I'm Ryan from Boselli Brothers Real Estate. Please smash that subscribe button to let you know whenever we post a video. Please check out our website, BoselliBrothersRE.com, and subscribe to our newsletter for all things real estate. And as always, it is 100% free. Help us reach as many people as possible and help everyone get involved and started in their real estate investing journey. That's going to do it. See you guys next time. Oh, yes, Christopher. One question. Hey. All right. That was stuck in my throat.